Tiny, let's go. Good evening, social media. I'm gonna try to get a quick little short story in here I was just thinking about. And you know, some of these stories be violent and silly and about my days of doing bullshit. I got positive stories too. I'm gonna find them and talk to them, talk about them too. Tiny, hey, I don't know if Tiny's gonna let me tell the story because, you know, she's still young. I gotta stay on top of her. Tiny, hey, come on. So anyway, my homeboy GNutt, come here. He from LA. Well, he grew up between here and LA. So he was out here on the run from the bounty hunters. So GNutt, the little short dark skinned dude. Hey, get out. But he like one girl. So how you doing, man? He was Tiny, come on, Tiny, let's go. So he had this white girl, and her dad had just either her dad or her dad's home. I think it was her dad's homeboy had just hit a settlement, and they wanted a pack, right? Boom, come on. They wanted a pack. So back in these days, I'm hustling and shit, but I don't got what they want. And even if I had it, that ain't what I was on. You know what I mean? I was on going in there, and we actually, the first plan was we was gonna go in there and sell them some fake dope. You know what I mean? So my little brother, my youngest brother, we used to call him Irk, because he always had fake work, and that's what we call fake work out here is Irk, fake crack. So, boom. So we got the plug. The bitches know, the girls know we're on some bullshit. You know, they're kind of part of it. So we, you know, it's on. Bam. They come pick us up. Hey, Tiny, come back here. So they come pick us up. I gotta keep my head on the swivel, man. I normally, out here, since I've been out here vulnerable like this, I normally had that chunky on me. You feel me? But I don't got it on me right now. I do got something on me. This is really my favorite tool right here. I ain't never been to the penitentiary, but this is my favorite tool. Right there. I done used it before. I'll tell you about that one day too. Hey, Tiny, slow your roll. So, anywho, they come get us. They take us, you know, and like I said, the plan was to sell them some fake dope. So I get the dope, I get the fake dope from my little brother. I give it to GNutt. Boom. GNutt staying with me at the time. He on the run. He's staying in my crib. Right? So, Tiny, slow your roll. They come get us, to pick us up, we on our way. I'm not a great storyteller, but just try to follow me if you can. They come pick us, we on our way, bam. So we get there, and the way the crib is set up is, hey, Tiny, you gotta go through the garage to get in the house. You know what I mean? Well, you don't got to go through the garage to get in the house. You could go to the front door. But I don't think they own the crib. I think they was like renting the downstairs part of it. So the basement was finished and shit. So anywho, we go through the garage. We go through the garage. When we get in the garage, you know, we walking in. I'm like, boom. I'm like, you got that demonstration. He like, no, cuz, I hear Crip. I don't know, cuz, I thought you had it, woo. He from 4-6 neighborhood Crip in LA. So I'm like, hey. I'm like, nah, nigga, I gave that shit to you, man. You know you was supposed to have that, woo. I'm like, well, we gotta find something, cause we here now. You know what I mean? So while we're in the garage, we going through their garage looking for weapons and shit. So mind you, we got a couple weapons. I done grabbed a screwdriver and shit, boom. So when we get in there, they sitting at the table. It was two of them. Before we went in, and she like described one of them, like, please don't hurt him. That's my dad. Woo, all this. You really shouldn't be putting your dad in this situation, because what if it go bad? He is going to get hurt. Somebody's getting hurt, and I'm going to try my hardest to make sure it's not me. You feel me? So even though I'm on some bullshit, you're not going to hurt me. Goddamn it. That's not the plan. So, I be winded, man. Come on. So we get there. Boom. When we get inside, the dude slides we're in there like, so I done brought a piece of some real. The plan was we was gonna get in there. I done brought some real dope. We're gonna let them taste the real dope. We're gonna sell them the fake shit. We're gonna get the fuck up out of there. So when we get there, boom, I give him the piece of the real, whatever, woo woo. But we don't got the fake, right? Tiny. So when we, hey, come here. So when we get there, dude, like, if you drink, this is all I got. Tiny, come here. Come here. Hold on, y'all. Pull off. Stay by me. I don't want this. Tiny, stay with me. I don't want this car to fuck around and pull off while we going past. Okay, boom. So when we get there, he like, if y'all want something to drink, that's all we got. And y'all know the biggest bottle of the NJ, the big one. I don't know if it's a gallon or whatever. It's the big one with the top that click. That click. You know what I mean? So they sitting down, we standing up. So as soon as he slide me the NJ, he just slide it across the table. I pick it up, I crown him. Bam! Get that shit up. He's leaking. He's leaking everywhere. That motherfucker opened him up. Hey, I never had to hit nobody else again. You know what I mean? They started coming out the pocket. Oh, don't hurt us. Tiny, hey! But you know, I'm knowing they hit a settlement, so I want more money. And my homie, GNutt, he got his hand in his pocket, pretending like he got a gun. But they not really paying no attention to him. They paying attention to that the NJ bottle that I already put upside his motherfucking head, right? So he leaking like a motherfucker. He hollering and shit, and you know, so we get the money. We, like I said, I'm gonna make it short. We get the money, we get up out of there. So hey, when we get in the car, as soon as we get in the car, the bitch is like, how much y'all got? I'm like, we got $200. GNutt green ass. Hey, he ain't green. I don't know why he would, you know, like I said, I'm gonna tell you why he was out here on the run in a minute, because he's not just green. You know what I mean? He was from the turf. He was a real street type of dude or whatever. Did a few, I ain't never even did a bid. He did a couple, few. Boom, he ended up doing the bid behind that when he was on the run. Anywho, I'm like, we ain't get the $200. He like, nah, DK, I seen all them hundreds who I nudged the shit out of him like, man, we didn't get but $200. You know what I mean? Because we got to get the bitches half. So we get him $100. Tiny, don't go in there. Good girl. So we get him half, boom. Get back to the crib. Go straight and try to spend, because a lot of the money ended up having blood on it, because like I said, he was leaking. We go straight to my cousin's house. Go in there, we buy, and my cousin used to kill us, because you know, she was the only weed person that used to be, you could come to her all night long. Now, she'll cuss you out, but she'll still sell you some weed. You know what I mean? So, she used to gang it. She used to have these little ass sacks. But the weed was bomb. My cousin Tootsie, rest in peace. I'm gonna tell that story too, man. Somebody killed my cousin. This shit haunts me to this day, because I was walking my dog that day. I walked past her house. If only I could have walked past, you know, around that time. But anywho, God damn it. That's what happened, you know what I mean? We struck him with an E&J bottle. Came up, I think we hit him for about 2,500, 3 bands, I don't know. It wasn't a whole lot. It wasn't as much as it should have been. The market just got like $30,000, $40,000. You know what I mean? So it was money to be had. But all I had was that bottle. I ain't had no real tool to really put that fear in them. Hey, even though they were scared. They were scared of that bottle. That bottle went upside his head. He knew what time it was. But GNutt was out here because one night they go to the liquor store. They go to the liquor store one night. Him and a couple of his homies out there. And the security guard bitch, I don't know if she's popo or security guard. Anyway, she had a gun. You know what I mean? She tried to, I don't know if one of them stole something or something, but when they got outside, she came out behind them. She tried to stop them, woo. And one of them knocked her out. Bow! So once they knocked her out, they took her strap. And you know what that mean? You know, that mean it was trouble from there. So the bounty hunters came out here. My cousin, I don't give a fuck to this day. My cousin, I'm gonna say his name and everything, because he shouldn't have did the shit. My cousin Lolly, in my opinion, or in my estimation, or I think, I know he snitched, you know what I mean? Because boom, we go to the liquor store. When we're coming back from the lick, my homeboy's on the corner. He flagged us down. Don't go down there. He like his pigs everywhere. They just chased me. I got little one on my homeboy Toby. We call him Must-I Clown. Hey, Tiny, come on. We call him Must-I Clown because he's just a fucking nut, right? Boom. I mean, Tobe's a nut. I didn't see this. He's a wild one, bro. The man told me one time he see life as a video game. Hey, Tiny, come on. You're like, and everybody's out to get me. You know what I mean? And I'm just a character in the game. The dude was crazy. He's still wild right now. Tiny, come on. Don't be messing with them little dogs. Come on, girl. Tiny, come on. Let's go. So he like, don't go down there. Don't go down there. And so I'm like, it's my crib. He like, man, they borrowed your crib. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm walking down. I'm clean. But no, I wasn't clean. I had work, but I had it in my hand. I took the shit out of my pocket, put it in my hand. So I jumped out. I'm walking down there, Peanut like, I'm going with you, cuz. I think, he's thinking it's about him. I'm going with you, cuz. Boom. So as we walking up, we get a couple houses from, they start saying Peanut government name. Boom, let us holler, is that you? Woo, woo. So my man who had took off, he took off again. Pew. So I threw the work because he had just got up on me so quick. No, that's what happened. That's what happened. That's what happened. My cousin Lolly get out the car with them. He was in the car with him. Bounty hunters will give you some money. You know what I mean? It ain't about, they not the police. So they'll pay you to tell what they need to know. They done flew all the way here from Sacramento. Like I said, he's from LA, but he was staying with his pops in Sacramento at the time. Come on. So my cousin Lolly get out the car with them. And he like, oh, Peanut, man, don't run, woo, all this. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? And to this day, he claimed he didn't tell nothing or nothing, but I knew he told. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something. So okay, boom. So the bounty hunters, they flashed that hammer on me. I froze up, but I had already tossed the work. So then afterwards, once we done figured out that the bounty hunters, they done put Peanut in cuffs and shit. I'm walking around, looking for my work. He could tell I'm looking for something. He just kept it 100 with me, bro. He like, you threw something? You had to throw something? I'm like, fuck it. He like, man, I ain't no policeman. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, yeah. He like, how much you throw? I told him. He ups bread, pays me on the spot, pays me for my dope. GOD pays me for my dope. So we're on this block that I'm on right now. Except we was on the other side of the street where I just left. They was parked on that corner right there. They was parked right there, not right on the corner, not on my block, but on the side street right there, but on the corner. So, boom. Like I said, we had just came from the liquor store. So they was hella cool, though, I ain't gonna lie. They motherfucking told me, whatever you're doing, stop. The police gave us everything we needed. They let us tap your phone and everything, so we knew he was there. You know what I mean? And plus, they had went to the white girl's house first. So, they folded under that pressure, told him, oh, he's over north at his friend's house, yada, yada, yada. And that's how they got all the information they needed. But, like I said, man, they was hella cool. So, once they cuffed him and shit, they got him. We had just came from the lick. They let us smoke 2 blunts with him. While he sat in the back of their car, we smoked 2 blunts with him and drunk his half pint of Hennessy. Right here on this corner. And it's another reason I know my cousin did some bullshit. Hey, Tiny, come back here. Come on, Tiny. Come on, good girl. Good girl. See, that's the only thing I don't like about Red Boy Jocko dogs. They feelings are too soft, man. All my Red Boy Jocko dogs, man, if they're not real heavy bolio with just a little Red Boy Jocko, they feelings is too damn soft. They are some emotional ass dogs. You holler at them, they don't want to come. If you had to get physical, they don't forget this shit for about a week. No, you better not. Tiny. See, that'll get your ass kicked. And you're not going to catch that squirrel anyway. Look at her, though. Tiny. Come on, girl. You can't be doing shit like that. Tiny. Hey. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Tiny. Stop making me call you like that, man. Come on. Hard-head ass, man. Yeah, so, yep, to this day, I feel like my relative did too much tiz-offing to the bounty hunters. And like I said, while we doing all that drinking with Peanut, smoking the blunts and shit, he peeled off. So that ain't like him. Why you peeling off? You know what I mean? Because they gave you some money. And cousin was getting high on the low at the time, on that Rizza. You know what I'm saying? Come on. So that's what happened. You can't never trust a crackhead, bro. Bottom line, I don't care what you think, relative or not. Come on. You think them niggas be stealing from their mama and shit and they won't steal from you or tell on you for a couple piece of change? Don't go out there. Good girl, you wait till I say. Come on, now let's go. So, he peeled off. I know he ratted on my man, but they already knew he was there. So that's probably was his That's probably what he justified. Nah, it ain't. Fuck that. He was trying to get hot. That's what happened. And you better not. And that's what he did. Right in on my man. But that's my cousin. I love him to death. He's actually one of my favorites. We only got two, like, the way my family set up, I come from a big family, bro. And the way my family set up like I grew up, my mom and dad wasn't together. They separated when I was probably 3. But if you hear me say somebody's my cousin, my uncle or some shit like that, then, hey, Tiny, come back here. Come on, girl. Good girl. They're my dad's people. If you see me with somebody and I say this is my cousin, that's on my dad's side. So even though my mom's got a big family too, they just was kind of spread out because my mom only got 1 brother, but my grandma got like 5 or 6 brothers, but all of them was in the military. So the kids most of them are from different states and shit and all this, all that. So much so that there used to be a chick living on the street from me, right? Same block as me. Big old ass, dark skinned cutie. So one day, I'm talking about her like that now. I mean, that's how I talked about her then. I wouldn't talk about her like that now. So boom, one day I'm out in front. We out here like we always used to be. Deep as hell. Shut up! We out here deep as hell, you know, and my great uncle drive past. So I flag him down like, Uncle, what you doing on the block, man? You ain't stopped by the crib. Like, oh, I'm coming from my granddaughter's crib. Woo, woo. Long story short, the chick I have been looking at is my fucking blood cousin. Her mom and my mom, first cousin. You feel me? But anywho, if you see me with somebody, them my dad's people. And I say that's my cousin or something. They're my dad's people. That's just the way I grew up. I lived with my mama, but all the family I dealt with was my dad's family. Leave that alone. Come on, girl. Leave that alone. Oh, Peanut, man. Most of the time when I go out to San Francisco to see my daughter, well, I ain't gonna say most of the time. A few times he came down and fuck with me from Sac. He'll come over from Sac and fuck with me. Get out of that. Get out of that. And them was the days, man, when we used to do shit like that. Like, you know, that ain't the first time, man. There was a time when I was out here kind of hurting and shit, but I had a pistol. So if you ask me, you know, if I'm out here on the block or anywhere, and you holding or something like that, oh, you was getting stuck up. Cause what that told me was you got at least $20, and I want it, cause I'm broke. I done robbed so many geeks, it's ridiculous. That's what we call crackheads, geeks. I done robbed so many geeks, it's ridiculous. We used to stick them joints up every day. And you know, I wasn't just like no foul youngster, but I done did some bullshit in my day. Come on, girl. Tiny. You better not. If you bitch, I will wring your neck. Tiny. Come on. Tiny. Come on. You ain't ready for no cat anyway. Like, y'all better be thinking y'all be letting them dogs run up on them stray cats. Them stray cats be hard. When they little pups like this, you done change your little pup's mind. Come on, girl. Let's go. Time to get back in the yard. I just miss, you know, my interaction with my dog, man. I got her because I don't really got to grab her. And if I do, you know, she ain't that strong. She just tiny. Stop going in that street, man. If I don't take you in the street, you don't go in the street. You don't make me kick you in your ass. I ain't never really even kicked Tiny in the ass, but let me get to hollering. That bitch acts like a cur. That's that Red Boy Jonko shit, man. Them dogs, they do not handle human. I'm talking about human. When as a human, if you get on them, they don't handle that shit well. Southern Souls, Tiny Artimis. Southern Soul Bulldogs, Tiny Artimis. Peanut, he tried to give him half the bread. I said, man, you're tripping, bro. And I gave him a fair cut. We split that shit in. Even though I had all the bread in my pocket. Because I'm really the one who did the work. He front like he had a gun in his pocket and shit. No, he ain't have shit.